Number 64 is starting lineman Eddie McCartney. Eddie loves his role with the Saints, a role taking him away from a scary time for his family, consuming much of his life.
My dad was diagnosed with cancer in May of 2015, and he went through 5 or 6 weeks of chemotherapy and radiation. He was diagnosed with esophageal cancer, and I watched him almost die in front of my eyes like twice. It's been a struggle in my family because my mom would sleep in the hospital with him, and I'd have to take care of my little brother because he'd be at home with me, and plus I'd have to deal with football and school.
Well, I just watched my mother pass away from cancer probably a month prior to that, so I didn't really have any sit down to it. So I automatically went to the worst thought ever, I'm gonna die.
It's just always been like this thing where my dad's the strongest guy I've ever met, and recently I've had to literally carry him sometimes because he can't make it. Not literally like a baby, but carry him out to the car to get him to the hospital. It's just seeing him go from the strongest guy I know to weaker than me. It's pretty rough.
Eddie sat me down one day and said, "You're my hero." And as much for a father to absorb that, I had to turn and look at him and tell him and my other son that they're my heroes.
So Eddie helps out cooking dinner, doing the grocery shopping, and making emergency trips to the hospital late at night.
Fresh out of surgery, my dad was in a lot of pain, and my dog ended up jumping on his stomach in the middle of the night, and it tore open a little hole in his small intestine, and we had to get him to the hospital. We rushed him there and doing about 100 miles an hour on the freeway, and if we were 2 hours later, he would have died.
Eddie was on the sidelines at a recent game, not playing because of a nagging shoulder injury. His dad missing the game, back in the hospital.
He's back in today because of an infection in one of the wounds. He's got one right here and one straight down the middle.
Back at practice the following week, Eddie plays through the pain. When Eddie is on the football field, his life becomes more normal, the pain more bearable. He gets great support from his teammates and coaches. Eddie loves to play the game. There will be more rounds of chemotherapy, but the doctors are optimistic.
It is a tough cancer. It's one of the toughest. I'm climbing out of this hole, and I'm sure my son will have his hand down for me when I get to the top.